Wow, this is just mental, isn't it? So about 20 minutes into the Newcastle versus Arsenal game this afternoon, we were informed that the Manchester United fans had somehow found their way onto the Old Trafford pitch, and they decided to leave all their litter on the pitch. They decided to take down the goal net. Some of them were even doing penalties in the goal net before it was taken down. They somehow found their way down the tunnel. I don't know how they managed that. Also, A up to Toz. I can't pronounce that name. And David Wheater. Hey up, lads. I'm struggling to understand how they managed to get on the pitch in the first place. Is what I'm confused about. But then they decided to disperse. They got out of the. So they got out of the ground, and then they've somehow managed to find their way straight back into it again, which I am very confused about. They've managed to get out and then get back in, and then now they've got back out again. Are they going to get back in again? It's very likely, isn't it? Kickoff has been officially delayed, though a new kickoff time has not been confirmed. I think the officials have only been in the ground about 20 minutes. And if you look on the bottom of the screen now, neither Manchester United or Liverpool's teams have left their hotel. So they're still in their hotel rooms. No, that's the last I heard anyway. They hadn't left their hotel rooms. I have absolutely no idea why Manchester United fans think this is a good idea. What on earth they think they're doing. Because it's one thing. Hang on, let me find that comment that I made. Let me try and find the comment that I made, because it's one. I can't find the official comment that I made. I can't remember what account it was on. But it's one thing to make a statement against your owners, right? And it's a complete other thing to take it out on your players and your club officials that have got nothing to do with it. This is all to do with the Glazers, right? It's all about the Glazers. Now, obviously, I'm not a Manchester United fan. I don't know just how bad the Glazers are because I don't follow everything about Manchester United. But from what I've heard, they are pretty bad. But do the players deserve to have this taken out on them? No. Many of the club officials and players, including Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Bruno Fernandes, spoke out against this Super League nonsense a while ago. Well, a couple of weeks ago, should I say, or a week ago, whenever it was. Bruno Fernandes and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I think a couple of other United players and or officials spoke out against it. I don't know when this will go down, Taz. I have absolutely no idea. But this is really unfair on the players, right? And what are they going to get from trashing their own stadium? Because if you look at the bottom of the screen now, they took down the nets, they left their litter all over the pitch, they trashed the pitch side cameras. They can't do anything. Everything has been put in place, pre-entered before this game, and United fans have got their way into this ground and they've just completely wrecked it. They've wrecked it all. I've absolutely no idea when it will go down. Although the teams have been confirmed, but they're still outside. The police are just about managing to get the United fans back. If this is live pictures, then this is good news, because they are on their way out. But from what I can see, there's still no sign of the team buses. There's literally thousands of them. Anyway, this is the Manchester United side to face Liverpool tonight. They've got opted for Dean Henderson as opposed to David De Gea, and they are keeping Greenwood in the team because he's in form. Edinson Cavani drops to the bench. Yeah, rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Yeah, that is the Manchester United team you can see going across the bottom of the screen now. And this is the Liverpool team. They have made a couple of changes. Gini Wijnaldum drops to the bench. That's just because he's leaving at the end of the season. They're trying to limit his game time. So Thiago starts in midfield. Milner keeps his place. Fabinho keeps his place. Moves it up into midfield for the return of Nat Phillips at the centre half. Diogo Jota stays on the bench as well, which I find completely wrong. I thought it was chucking it down rain for a second. So Jota is on the bench. They've opted for the original front three. Also, the deal for Ibrahima Konate is rumoured to be confirmed, right? it's done. So we've signed Ibrahim Konate, and that is via Fabrizio Romano. Right, this is the Manchester United subs then. Yet again, Donny van de Beek can only make his way onto the bench. So, yeah, that's if the game goes ahead. I honestly can't tell you when or if this game will go ahead today. Obviously, it's a case of if Liverpool beat Manchester United today, or whenever it's played, Manchester City will win the Premier League should we beat them. But let me just get a few things clear. No, if the game does not go ahead today, it will not count as a forfeit. Manchester United will not be given a loss because this is nothing to do with the players. This is all just the fans. So no, the win won't automatically go to Liverpool. I've seen a couple of comments on that not long ago on one of the Instagram posts. But no, that is not what will happen. It will just get rescheduled probably for tomorrow night or some point in the next couple of weeks. Yes, it is looking increasingly likely that it's going to get postponed until at least tomorrow. I can't see this game going ahead today because there are still thousands of Manchester United fans outside the ground. Even though they are being pushed back, they are still outside and they're only moving back very, very slowly. The team buses, I believe, have just left the hotel. So they are on their way, but it's a case of can they get in? Because if the Manchester United fans hear that the team buses are on their way, they're going to start showing up in their hordes, aren't they? They're going to try and delay this team bus from getting in as much as they can, and it's going to be absolute carnage. Not that it's not already, but I still think this will happen. It's hard to predict. I hope the game goes ahead today because I was looking forward to Manchester United versus Liverpool, but it is a big game, and obviously United playing Liverpool, you're gonna want to see it. You're gonna want to watch it, but it's looking increasingly unlikely that they will be played out today. This is just absolute carnage. What is the point in taking it out on your players when it is not their choice? And that's exactly. Look, that is the point that I tried to make a couple of minutes ago. I probably didn't explain it very well, but there you go. That's exactly what it is. The fans. Yeah, look, this is live. I can't show you obviously because it's Sky Sports, and obviously if I show you, I'll get copyright claimed. But they are still right outside the ground, and they're getting closer. They're getting closer again to Old Trafford. They're not allowing themselves in. They're blocking the road so the team bus can't get in. And there's still no sign of the team bus. There's still absolutely no sign of the team bus. This is absolute carnage. For anyone that's just joined, I'm going to put it in the bottom of the screen now. This is what has happened. Kickoff has been delayed due to Manchester United fans' protests against the Glazers, which has actually poured out onto the Old Trafford pitch. They're not on there right now, but they've already been on there twice today, and there's no confirming that they won't be on there again today. And the thing that I'm concerned about, if it doesn't happen, when do you think this will happen? Oof. Well, I think the absolute earliest it will happen is tomorrow night. It's unlikely that it will be rescheduled to tomorrow because we have got Premier League football for tomorrow, but that is the earliest that it can be rescheduled. Look, we've got, if that's not backwards, 7 minutes until kickoff and the teams aren't even there. There's absolutely no way this game is going ahead in the next hour. Absolutely no way. The teams aren't even there. You're forgetting that the teams need to get there, need to get changed, need to have a team talk, they need to have half an hour to train. The goalkeepers sometimes get 45 minutes as well. It's ridiculous. And yeah, Manchester United fans taking this out on their players and their manager and all of that, not letting them into the stadium, and it's nothing to do with them. This isn't a protest against the owners, right? This is just borderline prickish, if you know what I mean. It's prickish. It's delusional. It's absolutely stupid. This is a stupid idea. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Actually, I think I might remember the post it was on. Hang on, wait. I found my comment. This is what I said. Embarrassing from them. Yes, your owners and our owners, but that's not the point, are shite and disrespected the legacy of Manchester United, one of, if not England's biggest clubs. But this is taking it out on your players and club officials who have nothing to do with this. I can understand the frustration, but this is embarrassing. It's one thing to protest and another thing to trash your own stadium. That was completely uncalled for. You haven't seen Liverpool fans breaking their way into Anfield, because the same thing happened with our owners. Our owner was basically one of the main guys in it. John Henry was essentially, wasn't he like the vice president of the Super League or something? And you don't see us trying to break our way into Anfield. It's just absurd. And we actually had a game at Anfield, which was I think, we had a game at Anfield before he issued that public apology, I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But no. This is not the right way to go about it. This really is not the right way to go about it. My friends just messaged me saying, do you think this match will happen? I'm going to say, not today. Unfortunate. I can't spell. Not today, unfortunately, is what I said. I can't see this game going ahead today. It's as simple as that. Do let me know your opinions on it in the comments, by the way, in the live chat, because I do want to know what you lot think. Because obviously today we beat Manchester United, we take the title away from Manchester United. If we don't beat them, United still got a chance. But if City win the next league game, it's all done and dusted anyway. But it's not just about that, is it? It's Premier League football. It's watching the two biggest clubs in English football go head to head. And I know there's going to be no fans there. Well, at this rate, there bloody well might be fans in the stadium if it goes ahead. But there's a police helicopter above it. There's a police helicopter above the protest now. What's the latest? What's the latest on it? They're still there. They're still there. They're still outside Old Trafford. Okay. Neither Manchester United or Liverpool have left their hotels yet. They're still at the team hotels. Michael Oliver has been here for about half an hour now. What the hell? What the hell? And nothing will be missed. I mean, you're not right there. It'll probably just be a boring 0-0 draw like it was last time. But it's two of England's it's the two biggest clubs in English football going head to head, and one of them has got the chance to deny the other of winning their first Premier League since 2013, and the other is trying to desperately climb their way up the table to get into a Champions League place. For Liverpool, that's pretty poor. For Manchester United standards, this should be a walk in the park for them, but it won't be because it's Liverpool versus Manchester United. Liverpool will be under so much pressure tonight because not only have they got to do it without like most of their back four, they've also, I say most of the back four, they've got to do it without Van Dijk and Gomez. They've also got to go up against an informed Manchester United side, fresh off the back. Yeah, I know what they're doing. I know that it's good. I know that they're trying to make a statement. But what I'm saying is this is not the right way to go about it. This is taking it out on the players and the whole club as a whole. And the whole club as a whole. The whole club in general. But this is not a protest against the owners. This is just borderline shithousery. This is not the right way to go about it. And I know there's not much that Manchester United fans can do about the Glazers. And I could say the same thing with Liverpool fans about John Henry had he not issued that public apology. But it's Okay, they've managed to clear some of them away from Old Trafford. I'm not sure which end of Old Trafford that is, but some of them are away now. Some of them are gone, but there are still thousands of them around the other side of the ground, and they're not moving. They're not budging a bit. Oh, this is not the right way to go about it. What channel is this? It's on Sky Sports Premier League. It'll show you it'll show you it live. The live pictures on Sky Sports Premier League and Sky Sports Main Event. Yeah, they should. But by attack, what I don't mean, and this is what Manchester United fans have done, is like borderline ruining Ed Woodward's home. That was uncalled for. That's actually illegal. That's a crime. They're actually broken a physical law there, as they have here, breaking onto a pitch without permission. They're not supposed to be there. This is a COVID breach, so. I can see it being at least a couple of hours before we get kick-off here, and if it's going to be more than a couple of hours, it won't go ahead today. Is what I'll say. Glazers don't care about this process. No, they won't. You're right, Bruno. They won't. The Glazers don't give a fuck. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the club. All they care about is what's going into their pockets. They don't care. They have no. They obviously. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but even I'll say the Glazers have no passion for this club. They have no passion for Manchester United. They don't care. They simply do not care. The Glazers haven't cared for a long time, if they ever have cared, which I don't think they have. Okay, this is a bit of progress. They have forced lots of the Manchester United fans back. Why was Liverpool's protest nothing? Didn't do anything. I think that's partly because of the fact that our owners actually issued a public apology. Yes, I know that it's an apology. Yes, it's an apology, but I don't think it's enough because he's apologised for stuff like this before. Maybe not on the same magnitude, but he's tried to throw the club under the bus before and then just try and get away with it with one public apology. And the problem is, most of the Liverpool fans are gullible like that. They'll just say, oh, he's apologised, it's all right. But it's not. It really isn't. I still want John Henry out of this club. I still want him gone because it's not the first time and it won't be the last time he's tried to sabotage us. But I don't think that the Glazers are anywhere... I don't think that John Henry is anywhere near as bad as the Glazers. And I will say that with passion because I absolutely don't. I think the Glazers are the worst owners in the Premier League, if not in the world. They do not care. They have absolutely no... They don't care about the fans. They don't care about football. They just care about money and business and trying to expand it. Meant to be kicking off now. Well, that's not going to happen. It's a minute past kickoff time. The players aren't even at the ground yet. This is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. If you're new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. Sub if you want. It's up to you. But this is absolutely ridiculous. At the minute, I don't know what to say anymore because I feel like I've said everything that I can say. Still scrolling across the bottom of the screen, you'll see neither Manchester United or Liverpool have left the hotels. You know what? I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm going to make that not a ticker. So I'm just going to put that like that. I honestly don't know what to say. This is absurd. Like I said, it's one thing to make a protest and a statement about having bad owners and wanting your bad owners gone. And there's another thing to take it out on your club. There's another thing to trash your own stadium. It's another thing to stop your own team playing a match that can keep you in a title race. Not that they're going to win the title anyway, but this is... what... I'll tell you what it is. It's embarrassing. And I've said that a lot of times already. If you haven't seen the teams already, The Manchester United lineup is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Yeah. There's the United subs. Yet again, Van der Beek only managing to get onto the bench. Cavani drops to the bench, which I find interesting. And still no starting spot for Alex Telles due to their continued amazing performances from Luke Shaw. Okay, the Liverpool team looks like this. A couple of changes. Nat Phillips and Thiago Alcantara come in for Gini Wijnaldum. And who's the other one that drops to the bench? Or is it only one change? I think it's only one change because Fabinho was in defence for the last couple of games, wasn't he? So it's one change. Nat Phillips comes in to replace Jorginho Wijnaldum, who is being benched is because his game time is being limited due to the fact that he is leaving at the end of the season and completely refusing to sign a new contract based on wages. But there's the Liverpool substitutes bench. As you can see, the likes of Wijnaldum and Jota, Shaqiri, Samikas and Curtis Jones and Naby Keita on this. It's a good bench for Liverpool. They've got a lot of options on the bench today, which is the first time I've had a lot of options on the bench. If you've missed it already, I announced it earlier in the stream that Liverpool have completed the deal for Ibrahima Konate. That was confirmed via Fabrizio Romano. Can't remember when I saw that, but I saw it definitely. So Ibrahima Konate is a Liverpool player for next season. We're also after a player called Florian Neuhaus from Borussia Mönchengladbach, who is rumoured to be a replacement for Gini Wijnaldum. I've seen some people calling him the next Toni Kroos, and I don't know if I agree with it. I haven't really seen Neuhaus play, but I think it's unfair to call a player the next someone because it's like, for example, calling Curtis Jones the next Steven Gerrard is... While it would be an honour to be called the next Steven Gerrard, why not is he going to be the first Curtis Jones? Because it could be a completely different player. If you know what I mean. And we are also after someone else. I think it was Joaquin Correa from Lazio. And I've seen that we were also interested in Patson Daka as well. But, yeah. Anyway, this is on our break. All right, we're coming back. Right, update time.
The plan was to disrupt and delay, and Manchester United's protesting fans have been successful with that here at Old Trafford this afternoon. Manchester United...
Stand by, lads.
Some of those fans made their way inside the stadium here at Old Trafford onto the pitch in extras.
This is ridiculous. This was earlier. Some guy casually just chilling on his phone with a Tesco's bag.
Largely peaceful protests. The plans the same was to disrupt, to try and get this game called off. The Premier League reassured that they are concerned this game will go ahead, and in the last few moments to understand the stadium and the areas around it have been cleared of protesting fans here. What we now need to find out is whether those two teams, Liverpool and Manchester United, have been able to leave their...
Okay, update for you. The stadium and the surrounding areas have successfully been cleared of the protesting fans. So this area is now clear, though it remains unclear whether Liverpool and United teams have left their stadium. Have left their hotel. What I'm thinking is, by the sounds of it, it may be a 5:45 kickoff, is what I'm thinking. Between 5:30 and 6 o'clock, I reckon, should be the kickoff time, because they need to come to the stadium, they need to get some training done. I think the earliest this game will absolutely kick off is 5:30. It will not kick off before 5:30, I'll tell you that. But it all depends on whether the team buses have left their respective hotels. I'm going to stay live for about another 5 minutes, and I'm going to wait for any updates on it, and I'll update you. If I've got nothing in 5 minutes' time, I'll end the stream and I'll do a reaction to the whole protest tomorrow, probably. But yeah, I'll stay live for another 5 minutes.
We needed refreshment, refresh the team because we played so many games. The Thursday game was very demanding. We played 40 minutes with 10 men. And today you see that the team was really committed and focused on this game, and that was
I'm just replying to Instagram messages.
all of them. I think they all performed really well individually. You need big performances, and today I think that
I'm not saying anything new.
today. Yeah, I think we controlled the game. When it was needed, we accelerated the game, and we had more control, and we're provoking them to jump.
They're doing a Mikel Arteta interview now.
It gives you confidence, and in this moment, we needed that. After a defeat, it's always necessary to win straight away, and it puts us in a better position for we are losing players. Made a big effort to be available as quick as possible after a surgery in his knee.
It was planned, mate. Yeah, I know it was a planned process. I know that, but I don't know that they were planning to get on the pitch. That's why I didn't know. Any news? No, nothing as of yet. Not since the surrounding areas being cleared. That's the latest thing that I can tell you. The surrounding areas was cleared, but as you can see on the screen, I do not know, and Sky Sports do not know whether the team bus is on its way for either team. No, you can't, Green Pie Lars. You can't say that. No.
Arsenal very impressive. Even from get goals to on the front foot, it started well. If you're in a dressing room, up and down the country,
Yeah.
the last thing, that's not the last thing.
Please don't.
The manager hope you stay in, is start well.
But I'm not seeing any new information.
If you're Newcastle, knowing that one more win makes you safe, you've got to start right.
Oh, they're back with Graham Souness.
They've lost the game the previous Thursday. Let's be absolute physical. Let's try and intimidate them from the first minute. Newcastle didn't do that. They turned up as if the season's already over against a team that I think mentally is a little bit fragile. Should we give any respect to the season is over for Newcastle, let's say?
I was just talking about Newcastle. Didn't see too many people wearing masks either. Yeah, it's a massive COVID breach as well. Like you said, you're right. You didn't see too many people wearing masks. They weren't. Which actually can get all of them if they are identified fine because it's a COVID breach. So you're not wrong there. What's he talking about? No, that's just Roy Keane talking about the Newcastle game. I'll stay live for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, last 4 games, we got 8 points out of that. I think we said Newcastle, so when he's down.
Okay. Micah Richards, what's he talking about? So why the fuck are people cheering this? I'm all for getting rid of the Glazers, but this is just egotistical stupidity. Exactly. This is not a way of getting rid of owners. This is a way of delaying kickoff because you're a bunch of inconsiderate bastards. That's what it is. These United fans are inconsiderate bastards. This, like you said in the chat, is not a good way of getting rid of owners. This, as I said, is not a protest. This is, well, the fact that they've got into the stadium could be breaking and entering as well, unless they were allowed in by stewards, in which case those stewards need firing. But this is ridiculous, and I've not got any more updates on whether the team buses have left or not, because they've been doing like the match reactions to Newcastle v Arsenal, which they didn't actually get to do because of the because of the protest stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen such a ridiculous idea ever. Like, I know that people are going to want to protest, and I know that they're going to want to make a statement, and I know that they don't like the Glazers, and I know that they want them out, and I know that they're ruining Manchester United, but what I don't agree with is this, what is happening, or what has happened today. Like I said, it was not a protest. They called it a planned protest. That was not a protest. That was pure idiocy. Not only can they all get themselves arrested, they could have also caused a major rise in COVID. Say if even one of them tested positive, or one of them was positive for COVID. Worst case scenario is that this turns out to be a super spreader event. How will that make United fans look? It's going to make them look like absolute muppets, like absolute fools, as if they don't already. But if this became a super spreader and just started like lifting the rate of COVID beyond the 1R rate, which is what obviously the danger zone really for COVID. If that did happen, that just makes them all look like twats, and that makes them all responsible for the country's rising COVID cases. I don't think it will, but let's say, like, on the off chance that it did, worst case scenario, it would be entirely their fault. So if I don't speak a lot, it's because I'm trying to find information about whether the team buses have actually left the hotels or not. I don't have a clue. I seriously don't know. Five years ago today, Leicester City were crowned Premier League champions. And there is still no new confirmed kickoff time. We don't know if the teams have left. We don't have a new kickoff time. We don't even know if the match is going ahead today. This is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream here because there's been a lack of information for the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. If there's any major updates in this, whether there's a new kickoff time announced, whether the team buses have left, I will post it on my Instagram story if you want to follow me at MestechHD. So if you want to follow me there, when I find an update, I'll post it on there because there's no point in doing a stream just to say the team buses have left, is there? So.
We'll bring you more if we understand an update is imminent, and we'll bring it out when you return.
Okay. Wait 2 minutes. They said an update is imminent. Okay, they've gone on an ad break. Okay, I'll stay live until they do the update. I'm going to turn my camera off and mute myself for a minute, just until they come back, just so I can go and get a drink and stuff. I've got one here, but I might want to go get some to eat as well. So I'll come back on when they come back from the ad break, so I can give you the update. See you in a minute. They are returning from the outbreak.
Well, all seems quiet around Old Trafford and its immediate vicinity right now. I'm not sure if that is still the state of play around the team hotels towards the city centre, but there has just been an announcement here inside the stadium that they feel the stadium is secure, and this is what they said just a few moments ago. When this game will actually go ahead, or whether it indeed will go ahead today as planned. Gary, if you're a Manchester United player at the team hotel right now, what would you be thinking?
I don't know. I think it comes to a point. I don't know time. Remember, I think what you made was that it will be all years from certain down before trying to clear it and then trying to get the pitch. Yeah, certain that the players have just waited too long and it wasn't right, and then we come back the day after, and I just wonder whether that might be the most appropriate thing now that the players' mind, the coach's mind, probably aren't really that focused.
There you go. There's the update for you. The stadium has been declared secure, but there are major doubts as to whether they think the game will go ahead.
Let me bring in Jamie as well. Jamie, if you're a Liverpool player coming here this afternoon, you saw it, you witnessed it. The fans coming in here, it seemed at will at some point, being able to storm past.
Gary Neville has just said that he basically thinks that it will be played tomorrow, or he thinks it's the best idea to play it tomorrow.
Listen, I think everything would have to be cleared outside the ground, and really forward still now. I think there's still supporters outside the Manchester United hotel, so I'm not sure whether the players will be cleared or be able to arrive, but I think as a Liverpool player, would that.
Okay, Manchester United fans are still outside the Manchester United hotel. The Manchester United players and officials cannot leave the hotel. They are still surrounded. This cannot go ahead today. I am saying it now. It will be tomorrow. It will be tomorrow afternoon about 4:30. Monday, the 3rd of May, 4:30 kickoff. So that's tomorrow. That will kick off, I reckon. There's absolutely no way it's going to get to kick off today, because you've got to think, not only is the fans delaying the ability for the players to even leave the hotel, but if they got for, say, a 3 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, what am I on about? A 7 o'clock kickoff, they can't do that because the broadcasting rights completely clash with Tottenham versus Sheffield United later, so they can't do that. And they can't just switch it to BT because they'll need someone from BT to come down. And they've already got a broadcasting schedule on BT, so they can't do that. So for broadcasting reasons and for genuine safety of both teams, the game simply cannot go ahead today. Manchester United fans are still surrounding the team hotel. They can't leave. And it's not like they can just go out the back. I'm not sure they've even got a back entrance. And B, every single aspect of the hotel is surrounded by United fans. They're embarrassing themselves, and they're embarrassing the entire country. The entire footballing aspect of the country is being embarrassed by these few thousand Manchester United fans. Some people think it's funny. Other people think it's borderline annoying. I'm one of the people who thinks it can be construed as both. Yes, it's kind of funny that there's loads of people chanting about the Glazers, but no, it's not funny that they are delaying everything. They're setting off flares. They're damaging their own stadium. That's not funny. But anyway, there's the update that I got for you. I've got nothing new. So, I'm going to end the stream here. I think it will kick off tomorrow. I'm going to leave it here. I will give you updates on my Instagram story if I get an update. Thank you very much for tuning in and liking and subbing if you're new and all that. And I will do another stream in a couple of days' time. I might do like a FIFA stream tomorrow night or something. But this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Anyway, in a bit.